Technology in a woodworking classroom seems like it might be a bit hard to come by. Welcome to the Warrior Woodshop. My name is Mr. Ottaway. I've been an industrial arts instructor now for the past 25 years. And technology has come a long ways, especially in the education field. But when you mention technology, you're thinking laptops, phones. That's what most people think of when you say technology. Well, woodworking hasn't really veered far from its roots. It's a hands-on, skill-based, craft-oriented class and career. Granted, we've been able to simulate and be more efficient with the implementation of computer-aided drafting. We've even incorporated robots into our machines and projects with computer numerically controlled, or CNC, carving and routing. Technology has even had a big impact on our tools, like for example this saw stop table saw. If an operator contacts the blade during a cut, the blade will stop and drop within a quarter of a second, saving the operator from a serious injury. With so much of the class being traditional based woodworking, we kind of resort to the tried and true methods of hands-on teaching. Now granted, we could ask the students to write a reflection paper on how they feel they should stand or how close they think their hands should be to the saw blades. No, we can't. It has to be, do you know this information or not? We use technology to take online safety tests. Shh. Yeah, we use online testing. Oh, we could have the students use Google Docs or Microsoft Word. Guys, we're going to use the internet and we're going to do some research on, you're going to pick two of these styles of furniture and you're going to do a Google Power or Google Slider or PowerPoint presentation. Not happening. I'll leave it. No.
You'll hear from the union about this one. I quit.
Students don't sign up for shop to write reports. If they find out they got to do a lot of writing, they don't take the class. If I don't have kids in the class, I don't have enrollment, and that means lunch duty. Not for me. However, modern technology, computers can be incorporated hit and miss into a woodworking platform. Like for example, this graduate class gave me an opportunity to use Flipgrid for the first time other than a 30-minute PD lesson. I like the way you can interact with the other people in the class, both on screen, audio, text, video. So I think I'm going to incorporate that when we start next class year in the fall, when the kids are going through the design phase of their projects. They'll present their ideas on Flipgrid, then the students can give feedback, and the project I think will end up being a better designed project than anybody thought it ever could have been by incorporating multiple ideas into one and making it the best that it can be. Although we're a Google Suite education school, Google Classroom is a great way to get information out to the students. But what about the parents, the students that aren't enrolled in the class? For example, we just had an 8th grade curriculum day where they come in and learned about all the classes. Having a website that we can refer them to is a perfect way to get that information out there. Virtual scrapbook, lessons, curriculum, what we're going to do, syllabuses, so they're prepared when they know what they're signing up for. What if a student is out for an extended absence, medical leave, ball game, things like that? We have access to our safety tests and some of our online makeup assignments. So having a class website that's not restricted to those that are just signed up for the class is a perfect way to incorporate technology into a traditional based class. What was that? Oh, it's somebody out there griping or leaving a mean tweet. Twitter really hasn't made its way into the traditional woodworking classroom. However, the social media / websites that we rely on a lot are Google and YouTube. We start off by researching our projects. We Google an end table, Google a bookshelf to get ideas so that way the teacher to the student are on the same platform. Once we've got our ideas in place, now we need to kind of figure out what processes we're going to do, and that's where YouTube comes into play. I make several YouTube videos for the projects that our beginner students have, but our advanced students, they've got to do a little research on their own. Maybe they understand how to build the project, but it's their first time pouring epoxy. They know the process, just what experiences have other people had, and YouTube is a great place for that. For the student that is coming up with a project on their own or building something they have for the first time, watching someone else do it on YouTube or other video platforms like that is a perfect opportunity for them to get confident before we start back in the traditional classroom. Woodworkers are no exception when it comes to bragging about their projects and showing off what they've done. For example, one of the projects that our beginner students do is this phone/tablet stand. And it is featured on our YouTube page, Warrior Woodshop. So that way our first year students can watch what we're doing, download the plans from our Google Classroom Drive site or the website if you're outside of the classroom again, and feel confident about what they're doing. Now, as they're building it, we go through a blog process, whether that's a Google Doc or a social media site, but the students need to showcase their successes, their struggles, changes they've made along the way, so that way at the end we can reflect back from the first cut to the final coat of clear. Each year at the end of the year, our school hosts what we call an Evening of the Arts. It's where the choir, the band, the theater, the art program, and the industrial arts program showcase their projects in the common area of the school. We don't just take our projects out there though. We want to have the patrons that are there, the parents, the administrators, the teachers, the public, see what the students went through from the first cut to the final buffing. They do this through a traditional report using Google Docs, Microsoft Word. They can do a slideshow. They can do a scrapbook. They can do a YouTube video. Again, the patrons that are there for the Evening Arts love the fact that they can flip through a scrapbook or watch a video sitting there on the tablet and find out what that student did to get from that first cut to the final project. Well, hopefully if you have a chance to actually stop by and see our Evening of the Arts open house, it'll be an awesome opportunity for you. But I understand not everybody can. So we have a virtual scrapbook on our website, or will have at the end of the year. I guess that's another way to use technology in a traditional based classroom. But I do have to be honest, sitting here at the computer, making scrapbooks, editing videos, doesn't really get much accomplished in the workshop. So I need to get back to work. Thanks for watching. If you haven't done so already, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell notification so when we do post actual project videos and technique videos, you get notified. And as I always say, go out and make some sawdust.